Hello, I am the Guru Pathik and today I will be going through the methods of counseling with you. Please, take a seat. So, do you have any idea what counseling is? Well, that's a very basic thing that we have to make sure that you got it right. So, counseling. It is...
So, what is counselling? It is not about giving advice or guidance. It is not about being friends. And it is not healing or treating. Rather, it is a two-way collaborative exchange. It is a supportive relationship that enables clients to explore and understand their problems. It is a facilitative process that helps clients resolve or come to terms with their issues.
Well, now that you already know the concept of counseling, we need to go into practical tips on how to actually be a counselor. Now, the best way to learn is by role playing. So come, and we will do a role play. The first stage that you need to know is relating, which is meeting, greeting, and sitting. Hi, Miss Annabelle.
Hello.
I'm Guru Pathik. Please, come with me. So the first thing you need to do is to open the door, greet the client by their name and introduce yourself. Please, take a seat. Now you might want to know where you're going to sit by placing a clipboard there or something of your own. And you always want to make sure that you're sitting nearer to the door.
Why?
Well,
I'm here today because I have anger. Supposedly I have mental illness and I have rage problems.
oh, is that real? Would you like some water?
Oh yes, please.
Yes. Now, if you're ever going to offer your client water, you better make sure that it's in a plastic cup and not in a glass cup, because...
Would you like a glass of water? Oh yes, please.
Here you go.
So hi.
Hi.
I have certain mental illnesses and it makes me I can't control my rage. So funny, right? Haha.
Really? Now, you must also take note of your body position. You will want to adopt a more open and relaxed position, and you shouldn't be slouching or slumping. Something like this. You see, lean forward a little, it seems as though you're interested and you're listening. And always make sure that your arms are not crossed, because it makes you look like you're not listening. So open and relaxed position, like this.
I hate my life. My life sucks, you know.
Yeah.
You know, when I was 9, I ran away from home again. And it was just, I ran away and no one seemed to care. And right now it just feels the same. Like nobody cares about me. And like, I don't know, like no one seems to care about my problems and everyone just seems to not want to pay attention to me, you know. Everyone just neglects me all the time, you know. My life just, it's just sad lah. Everybody is just don't care about me.
Now, you also want to pay attention to the way you are dressed. You want to look neat, clean, and professional, like this. Do not be dressed like a bum.
So tell me, what brings you here today?
Ew.
I'm going to go through the confidentiality issues with them, but don't be so stiff. you can do some ice breaking, like for example, hi, how are you today?
Okay.
Well, first off, I'd like to settle some administration with you. Now, anything that you say will be kept within these four walls, and I will not breach confidentiality unless you pose a threat to harm yourself, others, or to damage property. The only other person who will know about what goes on here and what's said would be my supervisor, but that is just to make sure that I don't make any mistakes, and it's purely for learning purposes. Is that okay with you?
Okay.
Okay, that's great. So, now we move on to stage 2, which is understanding. Now you must remember that you have to give your client permission to talk by asking them questions like this. So, what brings you here today?
Today I found out from I accidentally found out from my mom that like my parents are facing financial difficulties. I feel very worried.
Now, that will be okay. However, do not ask questions like these.
So tell me, what's your problem?
Now you must also respond to your client's body language. Observe and inquire based on what you see from their behavior. You seem very nervous. What's bothering you?
I'm just very nervous about this session.
Right. Now, certain occasions might arise where you might want to use some touch sparingly. Handshakes are okay. However, again.
And after that, my dog died.
Oh, it's okay, it's okay. It's okay. I'm here.
Whenever necessary, you might also want to use some lubricating comments, like take your time, or whenever you're ready. Do you understand? Also, you should try asking open-ended questions, like tell me more about the nature of this relationship, and what do you plan to accomplish with this. But you should try to avoid too open-ended questions, like these.
So like yesterday, my boyfriend left me for another man.
Why?
Because he likes men lor.
Huh. And then?
Now I'm alone lah.
So what do you intend to do? No, wait. So how?
Like that lah, alone lah, sad lah.
Sad.
Come
Then?
for counselling lah.
Then?
You should try to avoid close-ended questions.
So, today my parents just signed the papers for the divorce.
So you're sad lah.
Yep.
Also, you should try to avoid asking leading questions like, she's a great person, isn't she? Instead, you should be using things like, what do you think of her? Another great method that counselors use is paraphrasing and reflecting. Now, this makes clients more likely to elaborate and also helps them to view their problems more comprehensively. However, avoid...
I'm so upset that my parents forgot my birthday again.
I sense that you're feeling upset because your parents forgot your birthday.
That's what I just said.
Now, we are not supposed to repeat what they say. Instead, we should be summarizing the main points of the session with respect to the client's emotions. You can say something like, it seemed that you are disappointed by what happened. Also, when doing reflecting and paraphrasing, try to be sensitive and pick up on their emotions and accurately reflect it to them. The purpose is to bring clarity to the emotions the client is experiencing. If you are unsure of the specific emotion, it is okay to use more general terms such as angry or sad as long as it is accurate.
I'm so tired working at this job every day.
Sense that you're feeling infuriated at your job.
Everything that happened, right, I'm actually really happy that I'm over him.
I feel like you're feeling very abandoned by him.
At short intervals, give small verbal rewards as an indicator of your attention. For example, you can say things like, right, okay, go on, or you can nod. However, you should do it appropriately, not like this.
I feel very ignored by my parents because, you know, I have 4 other siblings, so
Right.
I'm not their main priority. Sorry, are
Yeah.
you even listening? Excuse me!
You need to remember to keep eye contact, but you must also be culturally sensitive. Otherwise, situations like this.
My parents want me to marry this man and it's an arranged marriage, but I don't feel comfortable with this man and
Convey correct facial expressions and body language according to the situation. Instead, nodding your head and small smiles are more appropriate ways to behave, like these. After all that I've said, however, it is important not to be too caught up with yourself, and you just need to really be there for the client. And the last stage is known as changing. It involves setting goals on the ways to communicate, act, and think better. Now this encourages clients to assume responsibility for changing their behavior both now and in the future. Examples to begin the changing process is like the miracle questions. Like if you wake up tomorrow and a miracle happened and your problem is completely gone, what would have changed? You can also ask scaling questions, like on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being very stressed and 10 being living happily and stress-free, where do you want to be at the end of our session? Now these two questions will also help them to kind of gauge what their end is, what kind of end they have in mind, and help them to set goals so there's something to work towards to achieve. So there is just about all you need to know to get started on becoming a counselor. However, being a counselor is a very dynamic process because there are many different situations that can arise, and it is impossible for me to teach you everything. So the best advice that I can give you is to go out there and keep practicing. Okay.
Thank you.